This will be a quick video. We have this problem right now when it comes to trying to find jobs, and I've been getting these messages from people, and I've also looked at job recs myself where people are like, well, all of the entry-level jobs have, they say 2 to 5 years experience required and certifications, and honestly, a lot of the times these job recs, I'm just going to be completely blunt with you guys, just apply anyways. That's the solution to that. It While it seems like problematic and things like that, the bigger problem that comes with that is the fact that people don't apply when they see these crazy job recs, and they're like, oh man, I could never get that job, I could never do that job because I don't have 5 years experience, I don't have these certifications, it's asking for a CISSP. But honestly, the people who make the job recs are not the people who usually do the hiring, and they have no idea what any of that means most of the time, and they're like, oh, I have no idea what this is. I'm just going to just see who applies and, throw a blindfolded dart at a list of people and see what happens. Because when you have a list of 2,000 people who applied to a job in 2 weeks, what are you gonna do? Digging through. This is why you don't spend too much time on job boards, because when you apply to jobs on job boards, the people who are on the other side of the job board are looking at a list of 5,000 applicants, and they have to choose maybe 50 at most. It's it's one illustration of why job boards don't matter. Ignore them. Message people on LinkedIn directly. I should make a video on LinkedIn strategy sometime, but LinkedIn's a better way to go to get messages. There's certain things you can do that can be a put off to getting a job on LinkedIn, and certain things that can get people to be more interested in giving you a job on LinkedIn. But at the end of the day, just doing something's better than nothing 100% of the time, so I always encourage people to just do something. But it's still a problem, because when people don't apply to jobs, then we end up in cybersecurity, where this entire industry has a problem where we're understaffed. We don't have people even applying to jobs for us to try to get these people into some of these jobs in the first place. And then we have these companies complaining that no one can do these jobs. We've had this position open and no one qualified has come by. And sometimes these people look at it and they're like, oh, they don't have the certifications. Oh, they don't have 5 years experience. But cybersecurity is a new industry. Cybersecurity didn't exist in 1980. No one has been doing cybersecurity since 1980. Now, to an extent, sure, maybe we could say that it kind of existed, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Cybersecurity is not the same as it was when I was working with malware in 2009. It's even changed so much since 2009. 2009 we had cybersecurity, but not many people are going to be in a brand new industry, which means that virtually no one's going to have 2 to 5 years of experience for entry-level positions. Entry-level positions for cyber. So anyways, there needs to be a change, and honestly probably employers need to get educated too, because employers send a message that is causing us to be essentially less secure as a society, because if people aren't getting into jobs to essentially work the security jobs, then we have more attackers by the day, but we don't have more defenders ever. As a matter of fact, the disparity of positions left unfilled for cybersecurity requests just grows and grows and grows, and this is part of the reason why. We have people who are like, man, how do I get into cybersecurity? Man, I want that money, and the salaries are crazy high for people who are in. But then we have this other side where the businesses are like, oh man, we get all these applicants, but no one's qualified, no one has the years, no one knows what's going on. And it's like, that's right, it's a new industry, but the thing is, entry-level positions are entry-level positions, and quite frankly, some of these entry-level positions are waiting tables is genuinely hard. Waiting tables, I've waited tables, and I was also a cocktail waiter at one point, and it was way harder than a lot of the generically doing my job in a SOC or doing analytics. After your first 3 months of training, it's the same thing every day. Waiting tables is harder. because machines are more predictable than people. Let's be honest. Come on. I think everyone watching this would probably agree with that. And if you don't, you're probably not my audience, but that's okay. I love you guys anyways. So, but this is something that I do need to probably step up on, because I'm trying to figure out how to get more people into the industry, and I can't get more people into the industry if people can't get the jobs. Simple as that. It's math. So I need to get more people in jobs, and so I actually do have content that's really good, and people have been getting jobs with my free content, and you could be too. And it's called Cybersecurity Essentials. More people need to be getting into the cybersecurity space. The issue with the job recs, like I said, just apply anyways. But there's some ways to get jobs without going through job boards. Even if sometimes it takes me a long time to get around to some of these videos. I run a business. I got to do all this stuff. I got family things. I got the YouTube channel. I got partners. I don't know, man. I teach at academies too, and I'm probably like overtaxed, but I try to answer the questions as I can, and I will get around eventually to making videos on some strategies that'll make a huge difference when you're trying to, what I'll call headhunting. But take the free course, because the free course talks about how you can get jobs too, and people have been getting free jobs on the free content. So do that. And unless you're trying to get like 6-figure salary, you don't need to know everything to just do entry-level work and get started. And once you get started and get your foot in the door, you can get to those high salaries much easier than you can get the job. I'll put it that way. It's easier to climb than it is to get in. So anyways, there'll be more videos from me, and I hope all of you do something exciting today with your day or evening, whatever it is.